So, in your next trip, you might go to the beach, you might go to the city, but one thing is sure. At some point, you're going to a restaurant. And if you freeze the second the waiter talks to you, well, let's fix that. By the end of this video, you will be capable of handling yourself in these daily situations with no problem. You will be able to handle a full meal in Spanish. I'm going to let in the description a free PDF with all the vocabulary we're going to learn, plus allergies, because if there is something you need to know in Spanish, is the things you're allergic to. Okay, so let's begin. So there you are, you walk in and you see this sign, which only means wait to be seated. And then you heard the first question, Mesa para cuántos? Now, very quick thing, you might learn that the word that's going to save you in these situations is quisiera. Quisiera una mesa para una persona, blah blah blah. But the reality is even easier. You don't need any verb because in the situation everything is clear. So only mesa para uno, if it's only you, mesa para dos, mesa para tres, mesa para cuatro. How are your numbers doing these days? The vocabulary to express preference. Adentro o afuera, inside, outside, terraza, terrace, primer piso, first floor, planta baja, ground level, or even aquí está bien. Then you sit down and the waiter asks you the second question. Algo de tomar? Don't freak out, it's just asking if you want something to drink. Here are the most common options. Agua, which has two options, right? Natural, normal, or mineral, sparkling water. And then we have refresco, soda, café, coffee, limonada o naranjada, and the specifics. Con popote, con hielo, sin hielo, with ice, without ice. Frío, al tiempo, cold or room temperature. And the best one, una cerveza, a beer. Remember, in Mexico we have many different ways of prepare beers, so you might want to dive into the micheladas just to try something different. Quick cultural tip, we have something called aguas frescas, light drinks made from fruits, flour or grains, mixed with water and a little sugar. The most commons are Jamaica and horchata. You're going to recognize them because they're everywhere. My recommendation is you give it a try. There are places that are famous for their aguas frescas, so it's worth a try. One more golden nugget. If you're going to ask for something that is free, such as a glass of water, a napkin, the menu, you can use the formula me regalas plus the thing. Me regalas literally means can you give me for free or can you give me with the thing. Now you've got your drink and you're chill at the table. You might need one of these, and the name for this is menu and carta. And I'm telling you this because the word carta, I know it sounds a lot like card, but it's not. Carta is another way to call the menu. Now you have the menu and you know exactly what you want. The waiter is going to ask you if you're ready. ¿Listo para ordenar? ¿Qué va a hacer? ¿Qué le traigo? You may learn that the answer for this situation is me gustaría plus the thing. And while that's okay, seems kind of off. So if you want some bit more natural, here you have 4 alternatives that sound better. Number 1, simple, para mí, to me. Para mí, una hamburguesa. Second one, quiero una hamburguesa. I want a burger. Third and fourth, te encargo una hamburguesa y le encargo una hamburguesa. As you're noticing right now, the third and the fourth are the same. We're just changing that me for te. And that is because we're changing tu for usted. If you want to know more about it, I'm preparing a video where I'm explaining all the difference between tu, the informal you, versus usted, the formal you. Alright, so subscribe if you want to see that video soon. You may have questions about the food, so we're going to talk about all of them. ¿Viene con arroz? Does it come with rice? ¿Incluye ensalada? Is the salad included? Or even more general, ¿qué trae? What's in it? And the fourth and most important, pica mucho. Here we're going to talk about something very interesting. In Spanish, we have a verb to say, is it spicy? So the verb picar means to be spicy. Pica mucho, is it very spicy? And the last question, because sometimes it happens, if you want the waiter's recommendations, you can just ask, ¿qué me recomiendas? If you have allergies, remember I drop a PDF with all the vocabulary you need. Please memorize those words because it's not the waiter's job to learn your language, to prevent you from that. So if you're allergic to something, you definitely should ask, try the thing you're allergic to, try nueces, and even the phrase soy alérgico a thing, so the person can tell you like if it's safe or if it's not. Efectivo o tarjeta. You finish your meal, you're happy, you're full, you're ready to go out there and have adventures, but before we have to pay, right? So very quickly, we have a nice and subtle way to ask for the check, which is just doing this, like if you sign in the air. But if you want to be more vocal, you can always use the sentence I told you earlier, which is me regalas plus la cuenta. Me regalas la cuenta, can I have the check? Or more straightforward, la cuenta por favor. If you're in a very informal situation, like a McDonald's or in the street, you can just use this one. Te puedo pagar? Which means, can I pay you? And that way you're gonna save time the person and yourself. Now, here we need a list of vocabulary. Efectivo, cash. Tarjeta, now. Card, cambio, change. And propina, tip. But be careful. For some weird reason in Mexico, talk about tip is kind of a taboo. The waiter might ask you in a subtle way. Here are the 3 most common questions that the other person might use for asking you about the tip. ¿Cerrada la cuenta? ¿Algún porcentaje? In that case you just say the percentage. Or ¿incluye servicio? Like, do you want to add something for the service? The polite percentage for the tip is just 15%, but if you feel generous, I encourage you to tip even higher. And just be aware, saying keep the change, which in Spanish is quédate con el cambio, sounds very rude in Spanish. The way we say that is así está bien. So you give the money and you just say así está bien, which means that's okay. Because keep the change sounds incredibly aggressive. So if you want to actually practice with a person, hola. I am a Spanish teacher and I've been helping people for the past years. Also, if you want to dive more into Spanish, I built a community where I put pre-recorded lessons. We have weekly conversation classes so you can practice, and a community that supports you along the way. You can give it a look, the link is in the description, and if you like this type of videos, subscribe. I will be posting more. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you around. Nos vemos.